Okay guys, so I decided that I'm gonna make a tutorial video for these masks. So a couple of things. One, the pattern for the cotton surgical mask with a pocket is not my own pattern. It's a pattern that I found on YouTube, and I'll put the link down into the description. I'm gonna show you a couple of options that you have if you do have a sewing machine and you can make these masks. And as far as filter options, so what I have behind me is a 3M Filtrate 1900 Premium Allergen Bacteria and Virus filter. I've cut that apart. So a couple of things that you're gonna need for the project are, dun dun dun, I don't know where my pliers are at the moment, but you're gonna need oh here they are. Okay, so a small pair of pliers that you can cut the metal screen right here around the edge. You're gonna need scissors so you can cut the material out, as well as scissors to cut your fabric. You're gonna need dress pins to pin some of your elastic to your mask that you're making. You're going to need elastic. So I have 1/4 inch elastic here. It's from Mandala Crafts. It's flat elastic. I think it cost me, I don't know, $10 or something like that on Amazon. Amazon's great. You guys can still get products like really quick and easy. I also got this from Amazon. I had bought this for crochet projects, like this crochet top that I made. I was making a thong for a customer, and it required elastic. So I had this in the house already. And I'm going to show you the best way. Some people have used knots when they put their elastic, but I found that that was really difficult. So if you have felt lying around the house, I took some felt that I had, just sheet of felt, okay, and I cut it into little pieces, and then I used a hot glue gun. So you're going to need hot glue and glue sticks. And I hot glued the 7-inch piece of elastic on both ends like this. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. So like this. Okay. With the flat elastic, you're not going to need the felt to hold it in place, so that it doesn't like pull out of the mask, because your sewing machine, you know, will keep it in place. So this is what the mask looks like before it's been pleated. This is just one that I made. I've made one for my best friend in Tampa, and she wanted a butterfly. She picked this fabric, so I decided to make myself one as well. You're also gonna need either pipe cleaner, or what I had was a spool of this fun, it was like a spool of wire that had wool around it. And I cut them into like 6-inch pieces. So that's gonna go into your mask, or for the nose, to use it as like a pincher on your nose to keep it tight. So this is what it looks like before it's been pleated with the thin elastic. And the pieces of fabric that you're gonna cut for a men's size, I would cut like a 9 by 15 piece of fabric. For women, I would cut like an inch smaller, so a 9 by 14. Just a little bit smaller, not too much, because you're gonna need room to sew around the edges. And basically, whatever fabric that you choose, if it has like a pattern on it, like for instance, I have a dinosaur piece of fabric right here. You're gonna want, before you sew, you're gonna want the right side facing inward. Okay, and for the first step of this project, it requires you to sew a 1/2 inch from the top where your opening is, right here. And that looks like this. And then once you've sewn with a like about approximately a 3-inch gap in the center, you're gonna take that top part and bring it down, bring it up, and then bring this part down. And this is where you're gonna be putting on the inside your elastic here, pinning it here and here in this crease. So I've actually taken an iron to this once I've sewn my top part, so that I have like a perfect, I don't know, perfect crease, right, to put my elastic pieces. You're also gonna need washout pencils, or if you don't have washout pencils, you can use like a black colored pencil, so that when you go to make your pleats, and again, like I said, how to make this mask will be in the description. I'm not gonna take credit for that pattern. I'm gonna have you guys watch the lady who did create that pattern. And she marks it, like once you've made it, let me see, where's that? So once you've made it like this, she has you mark from the top, from where your pocket is, like 1-inch spaces from the top going down, so that you can match your marks and pin it or clip it with a Wonder Clip, or if you guys have like those black and metal paper clips, you can use that like for stacked paper. And then she takes it to the sewing machine. So for me, I don't really need the pencils because I've been sewing for so long. I just kind of, you know, pull it up, pin it, pull it up, pin it. I just know, like, I use my fingers to do it. But what I wanted to discuss with you guys is another video that I had found on YouTube was how to make your own N95 masks. And she used this, the lady who made that, I'll also put the tutorial down in the bottom. She had the right idea with using this material that you can find, you know, we can't find the N95 mask. We don't want to buy it up, taking it away from the nurses and the doctors who need it. But what I didn't like about it was how many, like where you're wearing the masks, that you had sewn pleats into it, okay, to make the pattern. And I felt that the best way for me, using these pocket masks so that my friends and family can take the filter out once they've used the mask and wash the mask and then put a new filter in, was basically what I've done here is like I've taken one of these filters apart, and you can see that it's pleated in these like 1/2-inch sections. So what you want to do, and if you don't have a sewing machine, but let's say some of my customers who've bought masks from me, I've included a few filters with their masks, but this is also a video for you guys who have the masks already and want to make your own filters. So that way, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can also use a hot glue gun, and you can just glue the sides where well, I'll show you where you would know, where I pin it and sew it on the machine. So this is what one of my filters looks like, and I've sewn it twice on each side, and I've cut the pieces, okay, 11 pleats, like 11 sections. And for like the men's mask, I would say cut it 7 inches long. For women, make it like 6.5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now what I like about this particular way that I've made this filter, better than you know, trying to copy and make like another N95 mask the way this other lady did it, was that with this particular style of pleating, you're getting 3 filters basically on each pleat. that goes in front, like goes inside of your mask like this. So it's not just one layer, it's not just 2 layer, but it's like 3 layers right here in front of your mouth and in front of your nose where it counts. And the fabric, in front of your mouth and in front of the mask. So I'm gonna take my measuring tape. I've cut my 11 pleats. And I'm gonna measure approximately, let's go down to the bottom, my 7 inches, okay? And just cut straight up. Set that aside. Okay, so in order to do this, you're gonna have this top piece isn't going to fold, but your next piece, you want it to fold. So it's gonna fold down like this, and that's gonna be your first pleat, okay? So let me just show you. I'm gonna go ahead and pin this one. And again, if you don't have dress pins and you're using a hot glue gun to make your filters after I've shown you this tutorial, you can use like a paper clip or, you know, a large paper clip, the metal clamp clips. Okay, so the next pleat you're gonna take and it's gonna reverse. So you're gonna pull this pleat that's in and it's gonna go out. And then you're gonna bring that down. And then you're gonna pin that again. And then you'll see your last pleat is already pleated the right way, and it's gonna just fold down like that. So I would take this to the machine and go, you know, 2 to 3 millimeters from the side in, and then another 2 to 3 millimeters, and do another sew straight down. But for you who have, you know, a hot glue gun, you'll just take one pin out, lift up your pleat, put a dot of glue, and hold it. Hold it for 10-15 seconds. And go ahead, do the other side on that same pleat row. Take your pin out or your clip off and hold it. Okay, so anyways, that's basically it. That's all I really wanted to show you guys, was how to make your own filters, and how to make a mask if you have a sewing machine. And if you guys need a mask, you can always hit me up and I'd be more than happy to help you. I have an Instagram, it's @NikkiRox, that's NICKIROXX. And if you're on Facebook and you see this post on Facebook, you guys know how to contact me. Just send me a Facebook chat. All right, thank you. Have a great day. Stay safe.